Relationship fail because of three reasons: subconscious familiarity, love language, and communication style. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys how you can master all three of them and become a magnet for any kind of relationship. Now, the first thing is falling in love. Have you ever wondered, how do you even fall in love? What's the subconscious process behind falling in love? Now, to understand how you fall in love, you need to understand subconscious familiarity. Your subconscious mind will keep attracting you towards people, places, and situations that you are really familiar with. And if between the ages of 1 to 9, that is when our subconscious mind is developing, you were subject to traumatic events or traumatic relationship with either of your parents, that will become part of your subconscious familiarity. And if that becomes a part of your subconscious familiarity, you will keep attracting partners into your life, or you will be attracted to partners who share those traumatic themes from your childhood. And oftentimes when people are in relationship with those kind of partner who remind them of their traumatic childhood, it often feels like soulmates, and they start feeling like this particular person is their soulmate. The reason is, as a child, you went through certain traumatic events and your inner child wants to redeem yourself, and it feels if it can redeem itself through this particular relationship, it's going to make them feel fulfilled. However, those relationships don't work out. The reason is because you have some subconscious familiarity that includes the traumatic experiences of your childhood. So even if you try to redeem yourself in your relationship, the relationship will not work out. You wouldn't be able to redeem yourself. And the influence of each of the parents determine the sort of partner you are going to attract, or the sort of themes that will be part of your relationship patterns. Such as, if you have any kind of father wound, as the result of father wound, what's going to happen is the 5 traits that are influenced by father will either be in excess or in deficit. Now, these 5 traits are self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, self-respect, and sense of identity. Now, if there is a father wound, these 5 traits will either be in excess or they will be in deficit. Whatever they are for you, you will keep attracting partners who are going to trigger the lacking of these 5 traits or excess of these 5 traits. Similarly, a mother helps the child regulate 5 traits as well, such as empathy, expression of love, nurturing, spirituality, and creativity. Now, these 5 traits are influenced by mother. So in case if you have any kind of mother wound, you will keep attracting partner who either lack all 5 of these traits, or they will trigger the lacking of these 5 traits inside of you, or they might trigger the excess. However, once you heal your father wound and your mother wound, your pattern of falling in love will change, and that means that you will attract partner who are balanced. Now, what if you have healed your father wound and your mother wound and you still can't find the right partner, or your relationships don't work out? That means either you haven't healed certain triggers inside your subconscious mind, or you lack other traits inside of you, or you do not have much patience. Now, the patience part you need to understand. Once you have healed, it might take bit of a time for your subconscious mind to attract you towards a partner who is balanced, and people who are balanced are quite rare. So just hang in there. However, if you still can't make your relationship work, then you need some deep subconscious healing. And for that, I have my 15 days instant healing program, where I help you heal your subconscious mind using instant healing hypnosis. With instant healing hypnosis, you can heal any kind of trauma or any kind of neurological state in less than 2 to 3 minutes. Furthermore, I also teach you conversational hypnosis, because you need to be able to sustain any kind of relationship using communication. And conversational hypnosis makes you a magnet for anyone in less than 1 minute. And if you would be interested in that, you can sign up for a free mini therapy session with me. And in that free mini therapy session, I will assess your subconscious mind map. And if I feel like I can work with you, and if I feel like I can promise you the results, only then will I enroll you into my program, or else I will refuse you. So no hard feelings. Now, the second thing we need to focus on is the love language. Have you ever tried to wonder what your love language is, or what your partner's love language is? Now, you need to understand our love language is based upon our 4 primal needs. Now, these 4 primal needs are: Need to survive, need to feed, need to reproduce, and need for social status. Now, need to survive deals with your basic need to survive. Need to feed deals with what you eat. Need to reproduce deals with sex and intimacy or romance. Need for social status deals with gifts and social gathering and etc. Now, we all have one of these four primal needs as our dominant primal need. Now, let's suppose if your partner has dominant primal need, which is need to feed. They might be into expressing love by either treating you with some nice meal, or they would also prefer to be treated as such. Now, this is really important. Whatever your dominant primal need is your love language. Now, if you understand your partner's dominant primal need, you can express love to them with that primal need. And once you do, you will observe that they will get so magnetically attracted to you because that primal need is their dominant need. So identify what your dominant primal need is among these four primal needs, and also understand what your partner's dominant primal need is. Now, once you understand this, you will be able to give them love in the language that they understand, and they will be able to give you love in the language that you prefer. Now, this is really, really, really important. Once you identify someone's dominant primal need, you have them on the hook. You can literally make them fall in love using their dominant primal need. So identify what is your dominant primal need and what is your partner's dominant primal need. And once you identify that, you will have a long-lasting relationship. Now, the third reason why a lot of the relationship fail is the communication style. Now, have you ever wondered, a lot of the time when you're having argument with your partner, you are only listening to reply to them. You are not listening to understand, and that is what creates the conflict. Now, whenever I'm teaching people conversational hypnosis, I always point out that whenever someone is speaking, have the patience to listen to them, no matter what they are saying. Because remember, when someone is speaking, they are trying to connect with your subconscious mind. And since they're trying to connect with your subconscious mind, you already have them in trance. And this particular trance is very hypnotic if you can play with it. And the best way to keep them in trance is to keep listening to them. Once they are done speaking, no matter what BS they have said, just agree with it. Remember, you need to agree with it. The reason is the moment you agree with them, their subconscious guards fall down, which we call the critical factor. Once the critical factor is gone, you will have access to their subconscious mind. Then you can communicate whatever you want to communicate, even if you want to contradict whatever they have said. But it is really important to listen to what they have said, give them validation, and then speak whatever you want to speak. Because that critical factor, if that doesn't go down and if it is still up, the argument will keep going on. You will keep having conflict with your partner because you are unable to disarm their critical factor. And once you disarm anyone's critical factor, you have them in trance, you have them in hypnosis, and you can use that to communicate to their subconscious mind, and they will be highly responsive in a really positive way. And I've used this on a lot of the people. A lot of the people feel like they have such a great chemistry with me only because I listen. I allow them to speak, and only once they are done speaking, I give them validation. No matter what they have said, no matter even if I contradict with whatever they have said, that single move has such high influence on their subconscious mind that no one ever feels like they're arguing with me. They always feel like communication with me is always valuable for them. And this is what a great therapist is trained to do. And that is something that you can do in your relationships and become a magnet for anyone in any kind of situation. Now, if you can understand these three things, trust me, you will become a magnet for anyone. Even if you want to attract your ex back, even if you want to attract any specific person, if you just understand these three things, that is, remove your subconscious blockages or heal your father wound and mother wound so that your subconscious familiarity is balanced and you attract partners who are balanced. Then understand your love language and understand your partner's love language, which is the four primal needs. And once you are done with that, work on your communication. That is just listen. Allowing someone to speak and listening to them is the biggest form of trance. So I hope this video helps you guys out. And if you guys would like to enroll into my 15 days instant healing program where the magic actually happens, you can sign up for that free mini therapy session with me. And if I feel like I can give you the results, I'll enroll you into my program. I'll see you guys in the next video. Up until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay happy. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.